Hello everybody and welcome back to Always Games TV. I am Roger Knowles and today we're going to be doing the Let's Play of the Retro Rewind of Xmen Legends. This is a 4-part Let's Play, so we'll be taking through a little bit of the in-depth gameplay of this old school game from PlayStation 2. If you want to check out our Retro Rewind review of Xmen Legends, just click in the description down below or click on the little card which is appearing on screen right about now. And let's crack on. So like I said, this is going to be a 4-part Let's Play and let's start it off, shall we?
Today on RVN World News, we examine the growing mutant menace. It's a concern of worldwide proportions. This scene took place in Russia 2 weeks ago as a young mutant stood in defiance of the military. And in the Far East, the authorities attempted to quell an uprising at a mutant camp, but they had little success.
We interrupt this newscast with a breaking story. A young woman named Allison Cressmere was identified as a mutant. The Genetic Research and Security Organization is now responding to that report, but a mob has formed and tempers are flaring.
Help! Somebody help me! Mom! Mom! I'm not a mutant! I swear I'm not! Mom! Grab the girl and get out of here!
Get out of my way! Come here, you!
Mind if I cut in?
Stop! Stop! Stop fighting! Stop it right now! Stop! Stop!
Freeze, mutie!
Hey, bub, you should have called in sick today.
Right then, let's crack on. So as you can see with Xmen Legends, it starts off as you playing as Wolverine. Xmen Legends is an isometric RPG. If you're familiar with Diablo and other games in that essence, you'll pretty much get the gist of what this gameplay is very much like. It's a main story quest with occasional side quests. And I'm really to get hold of this guy. Come here. Grab him. There we go. So like I said, there's a few side quests here and there that you can complete, and as you defeat enemies and complete these quests, you will gain XP. And as you progress, you will then level up with this XP. And each character will have special skills that you can use points that you'll receive for leveling up. Let's get this guy down there. Come on. There we go. And as you level up, you'll unlock new skills and new abilities. So in X-Men's reference, it'll be like new powers, such as Wolverine has a rage mode that you'll be able to unlock, and special hack and slash attacks. But do I have one here? Let's have a quick look. Oh yeah, if we hold down R2, we can actually have a look here. We've got just the one unlocked at the present moment. That's like a special move. And you see at the bottom of the screen, you've got a red and yellow bar, which is your health, which obviously decreases as you get hit. And then the blue bar is for your powers. So if I press R2 and X, you see it uses some of the blue power up. You can increase these bars quickly by using the potions that I'm collecting now. So the red obviously is health potion. Hit L1 will increase the health, and L2 will increase the power bar. These do increase, well, the power bar steadily does increase if you don't use a potion, so it will refill itself. However, the health bar won't unless you are actually Wolverine, who we're playing as now. As you get a little bit further along, he will unlock his healing factor, which is extremely useful. So then you don't end up using as many potions up. So as when you're not in combat, he will steadily regenerate his health back up. So he's actually quite a good one to have in your team generally. So you just, like I said, you're not using as many potions. There is quite a lot of load screens in Xmen Legends. I think it's a downfall for being on PlayStation 2.
Am I playing too rough for you?
But it was one hell of a game when it came out. It was, in fact, to be honest, it still is. I still love this game so much. That was Avalanche, by the way. If you ever watched X-Men Evolution TV series, it kind of delved a little bit more into that character. A lot of the other cartoons didn't really mention Avalanche too much. You do find in this game, I've just leveled up, nice. I'm going to show you some of the aspects of what you get when you do level up. But you do get overrun quite a few times with enemies. So you have to start using a few combos. So using X, which is light attack, circle, which is heavy attack, and then you've got jump, which is triangle, and then grab, which is square. So we've leveled up, and you can see at the bottom of Wolverine, he's actually got like a DNA circle going around him. That's just to give us that basically he has points to spend. So we'll hit select, and we'll drop into the character, not customization section, but more the skill section. So let's look at his details. So this is the first section of the leveling up. So what we have here, we have 1 point to spend. We've got strike, agility, body, focus, and then you can sort out all the AI aspects here. So you can have them, if you're not controlling Wolverine, you're controlling another character, you can have them aggressive, defensive, normal, but we'll keep them on aggressive. AI healing, you can have it on never heal, which is not good. You want to keep it on something like this, which is like 20% or less. You'll use up one of the potions. You don't want it too high because they will literally just absorb all the potions that you'll have in your inventory. So keep it around about 20%, a lot. AI power, so you can actually select which power they will use. At present, we've only got Brutal Strike available, but you can select that to be more of a different one. So the idea of this is that you can customize your team to work even when you're not actually controlling them. So you can really build up a team which is focused on how you wish to approach a mission. Anyway, so we have 1 point spent. So like I said, we've got Strike, which increases your attack rating. You've got Agility, which increases your defense rating. You've got a Body, which increases your maximum health, so you can take more hits. And that red and yellow bar will have much more of a larger number within it, so you'll be able to last for longer. And then Focus, which will increase your maximum energy bar. So that's that blue bar at the bottom. So for people like Cyclops, Focus is quite useful. Same with Iceman. Whereas with Wolverine, I kind of favour Strike over Body. Oh, I actually kind of go with both. I kind of ignore Agility and Focus with him because he's kind of a bit of a one-man army. So I want to send him in close and really hack and slash his way through the enemies. So we're going to level these out a little bit. So I want Body and Strike to be very similar. So let's bang one on Strike, and we'll head over to the powers section. So here we have points as well. These are all the powers that eventually will become unlocked to you. So these are passive at the bottom, but at the top up here, so we've got Brutal Slash, which we've got unlocked. As you level that all the way to the end and you fill all 5 of those little tabs up, you'll get onto the Eviscerate ability, which you can level that up as well. Same with Claw Fury and Claw Frenzy. For our Rage, you've actually got a 3-tiered power ability here. So you've got Berserker Rage and then Unstoppable Rage once you've leveled those up. Savage Rampage, which is kind of just a roll-round special. So you only get that a little bit later on. As you can see, it's only got 1 tab. And then obviously here, like I said, we've got our passive abilities, which is Healing Factor, very useful, as I said before with Wolverine, Sharpness, Toughness, Mutant Mastery, Critical Strike, and Expertise. So let's bang one on Healing Factor, which will do 2 health every second after 5 idle seconds. Minus 20% pain. Okay, fair enough. So bang that one on there. And we also have the gear. Now, this is where Wolverine, Xmen Legends does not really come up to par with a lot of its sort of other games within the genre of the RPG isometric games. Because a lot of, like, for example, Diablo, there's inventory slots for every part of your body. Whereas with this, you've only literally got like a backpack, belt, and basically armor. So it does lack in that aspect of this sort of game, which is a shame. But then again, with a lot of other games, such as Diablo, I've mentioned before, is when you pick up a gear and you put it on, it changes how you look. That's not the case in Xmen Legends. You put the gear on, it literally just changes your skill levels and your points within the character. For costume changes, you actually have to unlock those, and they're tied into actual costumes that have been shown in comics or the movies before. So, for example, with Wolverine, you can unlock his traditional blue, yellow, and black costume, which we all remember him for. So I'm trying to remember exactly how to unlock those. I think it's as you progress through the story and do certain things that they will actually become unlocked. So there we go. So that's Wolverine all leveled up. Let's carry on. Okay, let's carry on up here. More enemies here. Like I said, you can do combos, so X circle, pop them up, press the circle again, pop them back down again. So it's just another way of taking out certain enemies, making your way through them. Circle I do enjoy using because it is very, very powerful. It's a heavy attack, but it does show when you hit him because it actually sends him back. Here we go, we'll do it against this guy. Oh no, come on, double block, double block. Come on, stop blocking. There we go. You see, you can actually throw him, like send him back with a kick, and it just feels really satisfying to do. This guy on. Oh, actually, kicked him into the flames, but killed him. Nice. Not that X-Men kill anybody, of course. No, we're goodies. Okay, so here we go. So we picked up a basic strike enhancer. Let's quickly bob into the inventory, the spec section again, and we'll just go to here. There we go. And that adds +1 strike, which is cool. Great for Wolverine. So bang that on, and off we go. Now, another dude here. I love throw as well. So really, if you look and you compare this to like games which are available actually on PlayStation 4 at the present moment, such as Marvel Ultimate Alliance, this is a very bare bones game for the content, such as like gear and costumes and powers. But it's like this is the first one that came out, if I remember correctly, for X-Men or the Marvel characters. So you can imagine this is like the first layer of this style of game for that franchise. And then Xmen Legends 2 came out, which built upon that. Then you had Marvel Ultimate Alliance, which built upon it even further. And then Marvel Ultimate Alliance 2, which then built it even further beyond that. And I guess in some ways, the Marvel Heroes Omega, which is coming out on PlayStation 4, has built that a little bit more, but it's gone more MMO style. Whereas obviously this is not online.
Hey, Wolverine. What are you waiting for? Come on. What's going on here?
You're finished, Mystique. Give up.
I do like the voice acting in this game, actually. But as I was saying, so yeah, the Marvel Heroes Omega is an online game, where this isn't. This is a purely local. I don't know if it actually had network abilities. I never had the internet connected to my PlayStation 2. I only got that sorted out when I got PlayStation 3. But it is a 4-player local co-op game, which really does add to the game, I personally think. It's great fun single player. This game is great fun single player. They're not pulling away from that. But when you're playing it with someone else, it does add an element of a little bit more fun. I think anything which is local co-op, when you've got someone in the room with you playing video games, it adds to the game. And yeah, playing online is great fun with your friends and playing co-op online. But when you're actually alongside each other in a room, I think it adds an extra layer of fun and enjoyment to a video game. So I always look out for local co-op games.
Ha! You're one of the mighty X-Men?
Now, we are only playing obviously as one character, Wolverine, but as the game progresses, you will be able to have up to 4 characters in your team on playing at the same time. So, nearly died then. So, just, I don't want to sort of make it come across that this game is only going to play as one character once. No, that isn't the case. You can play as more than just one character. We'll go this way. So yeah, so as we go along, actually, in this whole area is actually just the tutorial section. It's just to let you get used to the controls, getting used to defeating enemies using your powers, which I'll tell you what you want here. There we go. Oh, missed him. Come here. Got him.
This is impossible!
This is impossible. So yeah, so this is just a tutorial section. It is a little bit dull, this section. I played this, I can't tell you how many times I played this section. A lot. Back when I was younger playing this, I think I played it a good 50 to 100 times. I played this game a lot when I was younger. I would need to cut through. So in most cases, there are multiple ways to get past obstacles. Sometimes using force is the only way to get past tougher obstacles. Okay, I guess we're going through here. Yeah. So this is certainly not one of the best levels. They get a hell of a lot better as you progress. But obviously, you do have to make your way through it to get to the best parts of the game. In the next episode, when we get a little bit further on, let's take this guy out and we'll save. You will be introduced to the main hub of the game where you can team up and chat to a lot of the X-Men characters and work out a little bit more what's going on. Go into the danger room. It's an alright section. The only problem is it's such a big area because you've got the whole of the X Mansion as well as the sub-basement to explore that it takes a little bit of a while to walk around. Let's just save while we're here. Okay, let's save game. Doop-a-doop-a-doo. Checking. There we go. Wow, this is back when I played it when I was younger. I've still got some of them saves. Let's put this down here. So let's just save, game save 4. I'll have to remember that. I still got the original memory card actually in my PlayStation 2 that I had from years and years and years ago. Back then they would cost like £25 for one memory card. That's, like, it's baffling to think about back in the day. Now obviously we just save on a hard drive, but on PlayStation 1 and 2 that was not the case. And obviously on other games, game consoles such as GameCube, using memory cards. When we changed to PlayStation 3 and you didn't have memory cards, you had it saved on the hard drive, it was just like, it took me ages just to get used to that. Which obviously to PC users, that's always been the case, you know, you just save on the hard drive. But for console users, me at that age, that was like something entirely new. Come here. Take on Mystique here. A little bit of boss battle. Go away, minions. It's quite hard, actually. It's harder than I realised. I'm not probably doing as well as I used to when I was younger. I knew this game inside out. All of the like little power moves you could do. Up, up and down. There we go. Where'd she go? There she is. Yeah, good heavy attacks there. Oh, she's morphed into me. Come on. Need more X-Men, I think. Come on. Go down. There we go. Come on. Yeah, I'm having to use my potions here, as you can see. That attack is very powerful. Doing like each one of my hits here is like doing 7 to 15. Heavy attack's doing about 15 average, whereas the power attack does like 50 to 60. Yeah. These abilities do work if I hit them. There we go. Come on. There we go. Oh. Come here. There we go. 28. That wasn't a very good attack. 25, 30, 25. Not doing as much as I did before. There we go.
Wolverine, someday, some way, I'll see you die.
Where's Blob taking the kid?
She's ours now, Wolverine. You'll never see her again.
We'll get her back, Mystique. Even if we have to cut down each and every one of you Brotherhood psychos.
What's so special about her?
The Crestmere child has her uses.
You always got some plan brewing, don't you, Mystique?
It's time to save Allison.
You'll never catch Blob.
I just want to say, before we go any further, if you can hear a fan going, that is actually my original PlayStation 2, which is obviously running to play this game. It's amazing how loud it actually is. I'm like, I always think like, oh, my PlayStation 4, oh, it sounds a little bit loud, the fan's going a bit. Nothing in comparison to the PlayStation 2. This is really kicking out some noise. I don't know if you can hear it over the microphone, but yeah, apologies if you can. The Blob. But I don't think the Blob is overly used as much as it used to be back in the day. You don't often see him pop up. Oh, okay, so we now go on to Cyclops, who's joined us. So here, if you had someone in the room with you, you could actually get him to jump in now and play as Cyclops. Just to take down his character, take him down as well. Come here. Right, so what we're going to do is, with the click of the direction buttons, we can instantly just swap to playing as Cyclops. And obviously his abilities are different. He's got his beam that comes out of his eyes. He's quite a strong hero as well. He's useful from long range. And he leveled up as well, which goes, oh, okay, they're both leveled up. Let's just quickly get them sorted, and we'll carry on. So as you can see, there's a lot of dropping in and dropping out of the menu in this game, just to make sure they're all up to snuff with their characters. So as you can see, Cyclops' abilities are a little bit different. Skills are a little bit... Skills I'm talking about, points, are a little bit different to Wolverine's. Now, his was a lot more focused on striking and body. Literally, Cyclops is a flip of the coin. Is agility and focus. Now, obviously, we said before, focus is the amount which you have in your blue bar, and when you use a power, your blue bar gets used up. So we really want to make sure that Cyclops' bar is as much as we can. If you look to the right hand side of the screen, actually, you can see the HP, which is 65 out of 65, that's his health, and the EP, which is energy power, which is 80 out of 87, because we've just used it and it's still charging. But we want to make sure that's a little bit higher, so let's just add 1 point onto there, which bangs it up to 94. Let's go across onto his abilities. We've got Optic Beam, Optic Sweep, which unfortunately we can't unlock these yet. They need to be a little bit higher level. Be able to get these. At least I think he does. Let's just click on Optic Sweep. No, can't get that yet. So we can present put it in accuracy, critical strike. Can we increase optic beam? No, we can't. So I'll tell you what, let's put it into increased chance of criticals for ranged attacks, increased chance of criticals from melee attacks. Let's go for ranged. Okay, so we'll go back and we'll sort Wolverine out. Okay, what has he got here? Sharpness. Adds damage and destruction to all claw attacks. Okay. And we can also increase brutal slash a little bit more. Let's put the second point into there. Okay, did we pick too much more gear? Nope. Okay, let's continue. Okay, we're going to play as Cyclops for a little bit longer, so I want to show off. Oh, did I not accept Wolverine's abilities? He's still got some... Oh, we didn't put his points in, that's why. Okay, let's go with strike again. There we go, that's better. It is handy actually having that little DNA ring popping around his feet, so he knows that it's still something that you haven't used in your leveling up. Cyclops' optic beam is pretty freaking awesome. Like I said, you can actually unlock different abilities. So I think there's one way is the full 180 arc of his beam, which can cover multiple enemies at once. It's not as powerful, but I think it pushes them back, if I remember correctly. That's quite cool. But obviously, he's not as good at taking a hit as Wolverine is. So let's just get Wolverine to go jump in there. I'm not very accurate with my beam shooting. So as you can see, obviously, as you're using your powers, you're going to be burning through your blue bar. So you need to time your attacks better than I'm actually doing. But again, it's just different characters. Wolverine doesn't use much of his blue bar up unless you're going to be doing a special attack, which doesn't necessarily need to be used all the time. Whereas with Cyclops, you're going to be firing that beam quite a bit, so he's going to be using that more. Okay, let's go along here. We must be close to him now. Here we go.
Oh!
Get this guy away from me!
Hey, come back here!
Don't take another step closer, Blob.
Try and stop me, Green Buff!
Okay, so some of the enemies do... Oh, there's a gear drop there. Oh, God. Bad camera angle. Oh, no. We're getting beaten up here. Pick up the gear. Run. So it says underneath... here we go. Just as I'm about to explain it, the help pops up. Specific enemies are resistant to certain damage types, making some attacks less effective. If you may need to rely on particular X-Men to defeat various opponents more effectively. So if you look under Blob's name, it says physical resistance. So I can't just go in and start punching him because it will hurt him, but it's not going to do a huge amount. So we're going to make sure we're going to keep using Cyclops and use his beam. Okay, it's chasing me. It's chasing me. Wolverine, attack him. Stop chasing me. Okay, right. The good thing with Blob is it does destroy a lot of the environment boxes. So, and they do drop the potions for me to use my blue bar. Wolverine, what are you doing? You're attacking him.
This is gonna hurt you a lot more than it hurts me.
Come on. Oh, and that's another thing I obviously should explain is if an enemy, one of your allies does an attack at the same time as you do, it can actually... Oh, God, I've got no more health. It can actually do a combo attack, which is really useful for getting those extra critical hits. Nope, nothing there. We need some health.
It's making me hungry.
Let's open these boxes. Oh god. Come on, hit him. We need some health. Where's the health? Ah, there's one.
X-Men are such tiny,
Okay.
frail things.
Ah. There's another one up there. Oh, Wolverine, get stuck in. Oh, we're nearly going. Oh, under half done. Come on. Ah.
I don't have enough power.
Run, 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 run. I'm not doing well here at all. Okay, let's get Cyclops heal back up. Stop. Wolverine, beat him up. One thing to point out, I can't remember if there's a roll or anything in this game. No, I don't think there is. Which is implemented in other games, which is very, very useful in situations like this when you need to just roll out at the last second. But yeah, like I said, not available in Xmen Legends. Move, 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 move. Oh, have I like knocked Wolverine off like not aggressive? He's not getting really stuck in. Come on, we nearly got him. We nearly got him. There we go.
Good work, guys. Now get Allison to the X-Jet. I'll meet you there.
Apparently Cyclops is not going to read this one, so I'll read it. Jean, you could have asked Storm to create some rain. It'd keep the civilians off the streets and give us a little cover.
Got it.
Don't know why Cyclops didn't want to read that then. I'll happily step in. Whew, that was quite a close one. Right, we need to get to the X-Jet. Let's just look for some more. Oh yeah, we've got loads of gear, so let's pop some gear on the old Cyclopsio. We've got two in here. We've got body enhancer, focus enhancer. We'll pop that on Cyclops because that increases focus. On that one. 9 to 11 damage to mutant power attacks. Okay, so Cyclops is using his mutant powers a lot more than Wolverine, so we'll bang that on him. Okay, so we'll go back and we'll go to Wolverine and we'll check his gear out. Basic enhancer. I'll keep it striking. I don't want to replace that just yet. Let's carry on. Yeah, I think we're going the right way. So this is pretty much nearly wrapping up this first tutorial mission. As you can see, it's starting to expand now. We've got more abilities. Well, no, we've got the same amount of abilities, but we're starting to increase the level of our characters. We've got two characters. Storm looks cool there. Like that outfit, that's pretty cool. Obviously, Storm is available later on as we get a bit further along. But we'll wrap up this mission and we'll call it a day on this first episode of the Retro Rewind of Xmen Legends. It's quite long, this tutorial.
Now we're really ready for a scrap.
I don't remember him being so long. I might just flick back to Wolverine actually, because his healing factor really does help a lot. You don't have to just worry about his health as much, and he's powerful. Mutant ability, very powerful. Obviously, as many of these isometric games do things pick up, we can pick up a comic book, and we can get to know about that particular comic in the main menu, or the X Mansion. Oh, okay.
The game's over, X-Men.
As you can see, we're actually taking on the Brotherhood thugs now, not the police. We were taking out the riot police and stopping them. We're going to run off with Allison. Allison's not using any of her abilities here because she hasn't been trained. Her abilities are very, very unstable. So we're going to take her back to Professor X, who is voiced by Patrick Stewart, which makes this game even more awesome. And as the game then progresses, you will be able to use Allison in missions, and she has the ability to control like lava and things like that, which is cool. A little bit, very, very powerful abilities, but I've never actually ever used it that much when I've previously played this game. I've always stuck with the traditional X-Men. I quite like having Cyclops, Wolverine, occasionally use Iceman, and sometimes Jean Grey, because she's quite cool. She's got obviously the telekinesis, which it just overall looks cool when she does the abilities. So I kind of keep it very traditional. I don't kind of use any of the new ones which are brought. I think the only new one which is brought into the game is Allison. You get to even play as Professor Xavier. You get to unlock that character later on, or at the end of the game, I think. I think you get to play as him as well at some point. I'm trying to remember. It's been a long time since I played this, but.
The game's over, X-Men.
Okay.
You're lucky you're still breathing.
Oh, we're not. We're actually. We're not actually killing these people. I don't remember. Because Wolverine is, in theory, slashing his way through them with his claws, so it must die. But obviously, in the comics, it never sort of puts light to that. Oh, a danger room disc. We can use those as well as we get back to the X Mansion. Certain missions will be opened up to us. I think it even replays classic missions from some of the comics, which is quite cool. I think if you complete some of the Danger Room training missions, you will gain more points and you can level up your character a little bit further. There we go. Oh, get a little bit bombarded here from both sides. Oh, heavy hit. Yeah, let's go this way. So these are Brotherhood Insurgent guys. They seem a little bit tougher than your standard Brotherhood guys. Typical old school sort of RPG, where they obviously change colour, slowly introduce more powerful NPCs. Okay, let's get out of here and head back home. Okay, and there is the X-Jet. So we're actually going to call it a day on the first episode there of the retro rewind of the Xmen Legends. Thank you so much for watching. We're going to do 3 more of these, and then we're going to call it a day on the series. But we will come back to the Xmen Legends if you enjoy them. So leave a comment down below if you've enjoyed this episode. Don't forget to check out our review of the retro rewind of Xmen Legends. Just like I said, click in the description down below or click on the card. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I'm Roger Knowles. This is Always Games TV, and we'll see you in the next episode. Bye, guys.